Hold on to your seats, Colts Nation, because things are getting absolutely wild in Indianapolis. Our star running back is suddenly the center of a massive trade storm, and the rumors are heating up faster than any of us expected. With two specific teams emerging as top contenders to snatch our playmaker away, you need to know exactly what's happening behind the scenes and what this means for our future. Is he really leaving town before the deadline? Stick with me, because I have the full breakdown coming right up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay updated on our Colts every single day. Jonathan Taylor finds himself at the center of growing trade speculation as the 2026 season progresses, creating a significant point of discussion regarding the future of the Indianapolis Colts backfield. While his tenure in Indianapolis has been marked by high-level performance, the reality of his contract situation has invited persistent rumors about his departure. As an unrestricted free agent in 2027, the clock is ticking on his current deal, and rival front offices are clearly taking notice. NFL insiders have specifically pointed to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans as the primary teams emerging as potential landing spots for the star running back. The prospect of moving a player of his caliber involves complex financial and strategic layers, particularly concerning his $14.1 million salary cap hit for this season. For any organization looking to acquire him, that figure is the immediate hurdle that must be cleared to finalize a deal. The trade chatter has intensified over the last few weeks, forcing a conversation about whether the Colts should look to recoup assets now rather than risking his departure in the upcoming offseason. While the likelihood of a trade remains categorized as low, the buzz surrounding these potential destinations is substantial. The team that ultimately lands him would be inheriting a player with immense experience and proven production, albeit at a steep financial cost for the remainder of the 2026 campaign. Fans watching the situation unfold must consider the balance between holding onto a star and acquiring future value. Whether the Colts ultimately decide to stand pat or pull the trigger on a blockbuster, the presence of Jonathan Taylor in trade rumors marks a pivotal moment for the franchise, leaving us all wondering if we will soon be shouting, "For the shoe," with a different look to the backfield, or if he stays put. The Pittsburgh Steelers are reportedly keeping a close eye on the situation, especially as they navigate the current landscape of the AFC. Insiders like Garrett Podell have highlighted how the Steelers, particularly with their recent coaching and personnel dynamics, might view Jonathan Taylor as the missing piece for a deep run. The idea is that Taylor would provide the consistent, high-volume production that the backfield has been missing, acting as a true bell cow runner capable of carrying a heavy workload. This acquisition would be designed to take significant pressure off their passing attack, providing a balanced offense that defenses must respect on every single snap. For Pittsburgh, the challenge lies in absorbing his remaining contract, which requires careful salary cap management to ensure they can accommodate his salary for the rest of the year. However, the potential upside of adding a runner with his specific skill set during a competitive season is a major incentive for the front office. On the other side of these rumors, the Tennessee Titans have also been identified as a suitor that could aggressively pursue him. Tennessee is currently navigating the early stages of a new era, and adding a proven veteran like Jonathan Taylor could accelerate their growth as they attempt to move past their rebuilding phase. The Titans have unique first-hand experience with his playstyle, having surrendered more rushing touchdowns to him than any other opponent in the league. This familiarity with his dominance likely fuels their interest, as they understand the impact he can have on a game. For both the Steelers and the Titans, the move represents a calculated gamble on a high-impact player, and it forces us to ask why this matters so much for their respective trajectories in the current, hyper-competitive 2026 season. The importance of the situation cannot be overstated, as it directly impacts the roster construction and the competitive outlook for the Indianapolis Colts. When considering why this matters right now, one must look at the depth and the salary cap implications involved in the final year of his $42 million contract. Trading Jonathan Taylor would immediately clear his $14.1 million salary hit from the Colts books, providing the team with more financial flexibility for future roster adjustments. This is not just about moving a player, it is about the broader strategy of managing a roster that has limited time remaining on a star's current deal. For the Colts, the internal debate must weigh the benefits of his production on the field against the potential to secure draft capital, with projections currently suggesting a Day 2 selection, likely a third-round pick, could be the return value. This trade deadline represents a crossroads for the franchise, where every decision made will have long-term repercussions for their ability to build a sustainable and competitive team. The trade rumor cycle is not just noise. It is a reflection of the market value placed on elite talent in a league that constantly shifts. For the players currently on the roster, the uncertainty surrounding a key contributor can create a tense atmosphere, as the potential loss of a leader in the locker room changes the way the team prepares for their weekly challenges. We must analyze these moves not only through the lens of what they bring to a new team, but also through the impact they have on the identity of the organization that is parting ways with a star. The question of whether to keep or sell is the ultimate litmus test for the team's direction, and it is a saga that demands the full attention of everyone who follows this team closely. When we look at the logistics of a potential move to the Tennessee Titans, the financial viability becomes an interesting topic for analysis. Unlike some of the other suitors, Tennessee is in a position where the acquisition is viewed as relatively affordable, which allows them to explore potential extensions for Jonathan Taylor down the road. This flexibility could be the deciding factor if they engage in formal negotiations with the Indianapolis Colts. For a franchise hoping to make a statement in year 2 of the Cam Ward era, adding a piece with the pedigree of Jonathan Taylor is a move that signals an intent to compete immediately. The Titans understand the difficulty of stopping him, and by bringing him into their system, they would effectively neutralize one of the most consistent threats they have faced in recent history. Meanwhile, the Pittsburgh Steelers are focused on a different set of objectives, looking to maximize the window they have with their current personnel. The burden of his $14.1 million cap hit is a significant commitment, but if they believe he is the final component for a championship push, they are likely to weigh that cost heavily. The interaction between these two teams and the Colts creates a high-stakes scenario that could reshape the division and conference standings. It is a classic example of how a star player's availability can trigger a series of strategic maneuvers from multiple front offices. As fans, we watch these developments with a mix of anticipation and concern, tracking the status of our top players as they are linked to rival organizations. The situation with Jonathan Taylor is fluid, and the deadline will serve as the final indicator of whether these rumors translate into a concrete deal or if he remains a cornerstone of the Colts for the remainder of his current agreement. As we reach the conclusion of this analysis, it is clear that the status of Jonathan Taylor will be the defining narrative leading up to the November trade deadline. The facts remain that he is in the final year of his contract. The rumors involving the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans are persistent, and the financial implications of his $14.1 million salary hit are the primary obstacles to any potential deal. Whether the organization decides to capitalize on the trade market by securing a projected third-round pick or chooses to rely on his production for the final stretch of the season, the result will have a lasting impact. For those who want to stay updated on how this develops, it is essential to monitor any further reports from league insiders as the deadline inches closer. We will continue to break down every update, every rumor, and every move made by the front office to keep you informed of everything happening with our team. The loyalty of the fans is what keeps the passion alive, regardless of the roster changes that may occur during the season. If you find this breakdown helpful and want to ensure you never miss an update on the latest developments surrounding our roster, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are committed to providing the most accurate and factual coverage as the season progresses, ensuring that you have all the information you need to understand these complex moves. Thank you for tuning in to this deep dive into the trade rumors, and stay tuned for our next episode, where we will bring you the latest and most relevant news from around the league as we continue to support our team through every turn of the 2026 season.